They just brought out our food. Oh my gosh.
Hi, this is Tanner, Rissa, and Willa. In March of 2021, we left on a plane from America to live in Germany, a country we had never stepped foot in before. So far, our experience has been life-altering. We've made new friends, tasted some incredibly delicious food, and had many cultural experiences that have opened our hearts and minds. But it hasn't always come easy. Our adventure abroad has been met with many obstacles and heartbreak. However, in the end, they've only helped us grow. Follow us on this epic journey as we continue to share our experiences as a little expat traveling family.
Hey, good morning everyone. This is Tanner from Our Story to Tell. We are excited. We are in Regensburg this morning and we were just about to get started on our food tour here, and we kind of had a disappointing start. We were coming to this place to get some Dampfnudel from Ulis, and we saw that they were closed because of sickness. So we're gonna head over to another breakfast joint, Malefiz. So let's go. Some waffle. Cleaning your chin. So here we are at Malefiz, and we are very excited for today. The two dishes that we got, one was probably more typical German than the other. I could not get my eyes off of this on the menu. It is chicken waffles with a little bit of tomato chutney, some small salad and stuff. So this is very different than what I've seen, and I believe it's like a Belgian type waffle underneath as well. So very excited about that. Here we go. Wow, yeah, the tomato chutney is much sweeter than I was expecting, and the chicken, it almost feels like it's got like a sweet sauce on the outside as well. It's not bad. Typically when we think about like a chicken and waffle, the chicken is like put inside the waffle and it's like fried chicken, and so that got me really more excited. This is not nearly as good as like fried chicken in a waffle, but the flavors are very interesting. The tomato chutney especially. We're not huge fans of tomato chutney, but I'm surprised by the flavors of this, and it's also fun having like the different vegetables and bean sprouts and salad that are mixed in there too. What are you doing? And the second dish, which is probably more typical German, this is called Spitzel, and it looks like we've got a whole assortment of thinly sliced meats, fruits, cheeses, and a couple vegetables as well. So really looking very appetizing here. I'm not sure if we're supposed to use a fork or not. We've got our bread over here on the side. So we've got some speck, some cheese, and bread. Didn't get any butter. I'm not a huge fan of throwing butter on everything either, so I know that's probably more typical, but here we go. Really nice salty flavor. Good taste of cheese. Bread is soft with a hard crust. Next we've got a little bit of rucola with some mozzarella cheese and tomato, and then some seasonings on top. So this looks very refreshing. Oh yeah, that's very nice. Salt and pepper on top as well. Gives it a lot of extra flavor. Some cheddar block. So creamy. So there's a mint leaf and a raspberry in this sauce of some sorts in the middle. It's sweet. I think it's like a jam. So I had Rissa try it, and she thinks that it is like a minty peach. I was definitely getting the peach flavors. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's definitely not my first choice of like a jam or a marmalade, but very nice. So that cheese didn't spread out as nicely as I was thinking, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to spread some of the cheese onto the bread. And then I have a piece of the salami as well. I believe it's brie cheese, if I'm not mistaken. It's really nice. I definitely prefer the other, which looks like a Swiss and the speck, but this is still a fun, interesting taste. And the breads, both of the breads are different. All three of the breads that you have, that's very typical for German breakfast from what we've seen at other hotels and places. So it's fun to really give this a try this morning.
That was a tasty breakfast, although the chicken and waffles definitely wasn't German. It even had like a
Asian flair on it, so you could taste the soy sauce within the waffle and in the chicken, and the sauce itself was also a soy sauce based, maybe almost like teriyaki sauce. So it was a fun dish to try, definitely tasty and delicious. We understand it wasn't quite German, however we were happy we got the other dish because that was close to what a traditional German breakfast is like. It tends to be a lot of meats and cheeses, fruits and jams and breads, so it was fun to taste that. Very delicious, although I'm still sad we couldn't try the other restaurant. Next time we'll come back.
What are you eating?
Snowman.
Some snowman?
We're really excited about this next restaurant.
Oh yeah, so the restaurant's name is Dicker Mann, which apparently means fat man. We've seen a lot of reviews on there. Some of the dishes online just looked impeccable. Probably gonna get more of that German taste and that German authentic food compared to our breakfast meal.
Seriously, you guys, we pulled up the menu and I was like, gosh, all the appetizers seem good. And then all the main courses, and I was looking at the dessert and I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna be full today.
Just to give you a reference, we just left Malefiz maybe 45 minutes ago, so we're not exactly hungry. I would say that I'm hungry enough to taste a couple bites of everything, but still we'll be able to take some stuff for takeaway, we hope. It kind of seems like most people don't take away food here compared to like in the US.
That's true.
It does seem like everyone does, so I'm sure that we'll find out for sure if they let us take away a box. Willa just fell asleep on our walk over here. It looks like there's plenty of space. We don't have to worry about being a few minutes late for a reservation. It's in a really cool alleyway close to the Altstadt, and it's a fun little outdoor seating and waiting area. So this seems like probably in the summer a very popular place, but still in the winter we're gonna take advantage and go get some food.
We found a spot, it's perfect, it's right here. There's no one behind us to film. Willa fell asleep holding her snacks. It's actually the cutest thing ever. I wish you guys could see through, but we're not gonna take the risk of waking her up. So it's warm, it feels good, it's a chilly day. Cannot wait to get our food. They just brought out our food.
Oh my gosh.
It looks so good. We kept it a little bit lighter, choosing a soup, a pumpkin soup, which has cream on the top of it and it's melting, and it looks so good. It has like a little bit of sweet potato on the top. Here is a Tiroler Grostl. We actually got a little taste test of this when we were at the Christmas market here in Regensburg at the Term and Taxes Castle. If you want to go and check out that video, do it. But this one, oh, it looks so good and it smells divine. It also came with here on the side white cabbage. We asked the waiter, she says it has a little bit of vinegar in it, but not a lot. It's raw, so it's not cooked. It looks like a little bit of parsley sprinkled on the top with some radish slices. Tanner's behind the camera. I'm gonna get a little taste test of each and then we're gonna switch. We'll start with the soup. I've got some of the fried sweet potato, definitely some of that cream, and I'm gonna get a dip of whatever that brown sauce is. Oh, I can see the steam coming off of it, so I'm guessing it's really hot. I like the crunch from that topping, but it's so creamy. Oh, it is hot. Yeah, it's just so creamy, melt in your mouth. I love that it's pureed. Other than the little bit of toppings, it is just completely pureed. It's got the perfect natural pumpkin flavor. I feel like in the States we're used to a lot of pumpkin spice flavor, and so oftentimes it's, you know, when I think of pumpkin, I also think of cinnamon and nutmeg, and this is really nice because it's just so authentic, completely pumpkin, and it's really good. Moving on to this dish, they served it in a hot plate and put it on top of this plate, and it is definitely hot here. Underneath this egg, if we just sneak a peek, we've got some bacon, looks like fried onion, and then potatoes all in there with some pieces of meat. Oh my gosh. You guys, it's actually pretty funny because I know we look like we eat a lot of meat. I totally get that. In the German cuisine, there's a lot of meat in their dishes, and we're trying to take hold of that and try everything we can. But at home, we actually eat fairly plant-based. So it seems like, honestly, what you see in our videos is not an accurate depiction of what we eat daily. But man, are we excited to dive into this dish. Gonna be sure to get some bacon, some meat. Man, that potato is just breaking up every time I get it, try and stab it. It's so soft. Some onions, and then let's just dip it in that yolk. Another happy dance. Such a good combination. I didn't expect it, but that cardamom is actually stronger than I thought it would be. This meat is seasoned with it, and so it's really coming through in the dish. Very savory, hearty, but delicious. This is really refreshing. It's nice to have a cold dish after 2 hot dishes, especially with the soup where it's pureed. This adds to the meal and gives it a nice crunchy texture. It's cold, completes the meal.
Alright, my turn to give it a little try. All the cream is well melted by now. Still steamy. Oh yeah. And then whatever that dark sauce is. It's nice. Oh yeah, very savory. This is right up my alley. Yeah, that's really nice. Good choice. Now for the Grostl. Marissa was right, those potatoes are just like completely falling apart every time I try and get some. Grab a little bit of yolk here. Oh yeah. Those flavors are incredible. The pork that's there, not the bacon, but the pork, perfect tenderness. And then these like fried French onions are also just like really nice texture. Potatoes seasoned just very nicely. Alright, and then for me to give this stuff a try plain. Yeah, this is close to rice. You want some? You try some?
There you go. We try it together with Daddy.
Oh yeah, this is very refreshing. And it's not as strong as I was thinking it would be. So it's a very good flavor. I'm gonna have it with some potatoes and meat. Yeah, right there. Some of that cabbage mixed in here with the Grostl. Perfect mixture. Love it. Piece of it. Which one do you think you like better? Christmas market over here.
Some red onions on this.
Oh man, some red onions would be really nice. And just like even so they were like not as cooked as all of this, so they had a little of a crunch.
We are very happy with our choices here.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. This is Willa's favorite thing to do. We'll end out the meal here. Cheers!